It's not very often, but every once in a while you get something stuck inside your FLO wheel. It can be a rock that you've picked up on the road, or it can be a valve extender that you've accidentally dropped in there. It's frustrating and it's annoying to get it out at times. It can take some patience. That's the number one thing you'll need, but it can be done. This video will show you how to do that, and I'll give you some pointers along the way. The first thing I like to show is the inside of a FLO wheel. So this is a cross section of a FLO 60 rim. And you'll see that there's two sides. So there's the aluminum side, and you'll see that this is a double wall aluminum rim. So if you're trying to pull something from this side, it becomes very challenging because you've got all these compartments and things that you have to get through. On the carbon side though, it's a big cavity and there's only a single wall, so it makes it much easier. The other thing I always recommend is that you take something out of the valve hole. If you try to get it out where a spoke comes out or anything like that, the spokes get in the way, you can't get tools in there, it's hard to see, etc., etc. So this video will walk you through the process. I hope it helps. Okay, so here we go. Here's a wheel with nothing in it, and I am going to drop a valve extender in the wheel. Wish me luck. There we go. The valve extender is in the wheel and it's making that awful rattle. One tool you will likely need will be a paper clip, and I'll explain this later in the process, but it's going to help you fish it out. As I explained, the first thing we want to do is try and get it out of the carbon side, not the aluminum side. So the best way to do this is to take the wheel and hold it like a steering wheel. If you think of it like that, it kind of helps. You want to find the valve hole, which is right here, and you want to put that at 6 o'clock. When that's at 6 o'clock, you can shake the wheel, and then you can sort of look through the carbon side, or you can actually look through the rim side, and you will be able to see the valve extender. And I can see that it's in there now, and it's right over the hole. So what I need to do is, instead of trying to get it out of this side, you want to get it out of the carbon side. And the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to take the rim and you're going to flip it like a coin. And you can actually watch it through the rim side, and you can see that valve extender roll down. Might have to shake it a little bit, and you might have to mess with it a few times, which I'm going to have to do. There we go. But it will roll down just like that, and it's lined up. The next thing you do is you take the paper clip and you come in this side, and you're going to want to have something that's small enough that you can slightly push that valve extender over to the hole where you can see the end of the valve extender, and then you're going to want to fish a paper clip in there. So I'm going to take some time, get this thing fished over there, and we'll get it out. Okay, to help with the visual example of how to get something out of a wheel, like a valve extender, I'm going to use this cross-sectional piece of a FLO 60. So when the valve extender itself is inside the wheel, we want to get it in that 6 o'clock position of the valve hole. And you can see that the valve extender is sitting on the aluminum side. What we want to do is we want to flip that wheel like a coin so that that valve extender rolls down onto the carbon side. And you can see now that the valve extender is resting on the carbon side. Once you get it positioned over that valve hole so you can see the end, we can fish that paper clip in. Now the paper clip side of it, portion of it, it's going to have a slight bend in the paper clip, just like this. And what that helps you do is it helps you get it into the hole, into the back end of it, so that you can get that paper clip in there. When it's in here, and I'm just using this so you can see it go in, we take the paper clip and it's over that hole, and we fish it in the back side. Once it's in there, if you try to flip the valve extender up with the bend, the natural bend, it doesn't always work the best. And what I recommend is you turn this sort of 90 degrees like a key, and then when you flip it, it helps you pick it up. So if you watch, you'll see that valve extender come right up. And that's what you want. When it starts to go up like that, you can get it in over the hole, and then if you wiggle it enough, it slides right out of that hole. So now that I have it over the hole, you can see that that valve extender is coming right into the wheel. And that is how you get a valve extender out of a wheel. I hope it helps.